Hello, I'm Aloke B Lal. You are welcome to my LifePage. Today we are going to talk about the Indian Police Service. Having joined IPS in 1975 after completing my MTech from IIT Rorkee in 1974, and then I appeared for the Union Public Service conducted examination, which is called the Civil Services Examination, in the year 1974, and succeeded to enter the service that I was appearing for, that is the Indian Police Service. There are various stages for entering the service. The first is there are a couple of written examinations, which are called the preliminary and the main examination. In the preliminary examination, there are compulsory papers. In the main examination, you can pick up a couple of your own subjects, in addition to the compulsory papers that you have to attempt. Thereafter, there is an interview, and should you succeed in interview, a medical test will confirm whether you are fit for the service or not, and then you enter the service. So it's a long process. Lakhs of people appear for this examination to begin with, and after due process of elimination at the end, roughly 20, 25, sometimes 60, that might be the largest number, are recruited. Your knowledge of law, how it works, law, how it is operated, and how it is to be enforced. What are the current methods of enforcing law? What improvements are required? As leader of the police force, many times you have to innovate things. So, if you know the law solidly, if you know the law very well, then you will have the confidence to do things properly, and you will not only be able to be more successful, you will gain the respect of your own subordinates, your fellow police officers. You will be able to gain the respect of the public. So knowing law is an important requirement. Leadership. An IPS officer who has leadership qualities will succeed in different and challenging conditions. And for a leader, his personal conduct or her personal conduct is very, very important. If personal conduct is questionable, it's very difficult to tell others to conduct themselves properly. If you are doing something wrongly and you tell others to do it in a different way, you can always be questioned back that if you are doing it this way, why can't we? So your own conduct, which is very highly visible most of the time, makes it important for a good leader that your own conduct remains clean. I think it's a service where the greatest joy comes from being able to provide protection to people, from providing protection to people's property, for protecting people's dignity, for seeing that people are able to live a life which is of respect, which is of dignity, which is of safety, and they can carry on their activities without being impacted by extraneous factors. It's a very, very important cause for satisfaction in this. You have a lot of positives when you see that the public in general in your jurisdiction feels free to move about at night. That public has of police is still not one of a friend. The public still looks at police with a bit of suspicion, with a lot of suspicion. And looking at police with suspicion, looking at a friend who is there to make many sacrifices for you, and not accepting him as your friend is very hurting at times. So this is another negative. You may plan something for the day, but oftentimes you may be driven away from what you plan to do because something else has happened and you have to rush to that place and deal with it. But on the whole, a day in the life of a police officer is a day of dealing with people, helping them out, seeing to it that their problems are resolved. A day is also spent in office, in meetings, in going from one place to another, traveling within India, traveling abroad at times. So all these things put together make a police officer a very busy man. So in the IPS, a day is generally spent doing a lot of work. Yet, all said and done, IPS is an excellent service, being able to provide relief and succor to people who need all the relief that they look for. It can come from the police immediately. And if the police officer wants to do his job well, he has every reason to be very satisfied. So IPS as a career in itself is highly recommended by me. Most highly recommended. Thank you very much.